Okay, babies. Ooh, I just kicked it. Goodbye. Hi, my name is Jada. I make college advice and lifestyle related content, and welcome to my channel. Okay, so today we're going to talk about scholarships. In my last video, we talked about how to start your college search and the application process. If you haven't seen that already, make sure you go check that out. There's a lot of good information on that video. But today we're going to talk about how to find scholarships, what scholarships are legit, and just to guide you through that process, okay? So make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Comment any other videos, any other advice, college-related stuff, anything that you would like to see from me, and I'll make sure to get on that. So first things first, I'm going to give y'all a big tip. So for me, as far as scholarships and the college application process goes, it became so much easier for me once I found a mentor. Her name is Valerie Gill. We call her the scholarship lady. She finds scholarships for me and she'll send them my way. She helps me to apply for college. Whenever I do applications or essays to write for scholarships or applications, I'll send them to her and she'll edit them for me. Like, she's just really hands-on. Her sessions are super effective and super affordable. My first 2-hour session with her, I think I applied for 7 different scholarships, and she's just super helpful. So if y'all need someone to talk to or to help you out with that, I'm gonna put her information in the description box, and make sure y'all try to check with her, schedule you a session, and get your work in. So now I'm gonna get into the video and show you 2 sites that I use and some tips that help me stay organized and complete these scholarships. So the return of the infamous pink folder, okay? Like I said before, it is so important to be organized. I cannot stress this enough. You're gonna have to be applying for so many scholarships. You're gonna be so busy trying to keep up with everything. And if you don't write it down or don't have it down specifically somewhere, the day that each individual scholarship ends, the day that it's due, how much that it's cost, you're going to be overwhelmed and you're not gonna be able to get it all done. So invest in a folder, like I said in my last video, and the back of my folder has all my scholarship information on it. It has the name of the scholarships, the date that it's due, and how much each cost. And I just check one off every time I complete one. That's really helpful for me to stay organized. And so I really strongly suggest y'all, if paper is not your thing, make a Google Doc, make a spreadsheet, and just list all your stuff, stay organized. That's how you stay on top of making sure you get each scholarship complete. So I'm gonna show you 2 sites that I use to help me find scholarships. Number 1, we have UNIGO. So UNIGO is a website. You make yourself an account and you fill out all of this information about yourself, like your school, your area of study, like what you want to study when you get into college, your interests, and basically it generates a list of legit, real scholarships that fit, like cater to you and to your interests, things that you would be interested in, things that you could actually bring something to the table in order to apply for these scholarships. A lot of them are essay related. UNIGO also hosts their own scholarship every month. It applies to each individual scholarship, and it's called a scholarship match. And so it matches you with scholarships that cater to your interests, that fall under your area of study, your extracurricular activities, something that you can do, that you can bring to the table for these individual scholarships. So this website is full of scholarships. There's scholarships about anything. There's literally scholarships about anything. The scholarship I applied to in May was writing a letter to the number 5. It was weird, it was difficult, but I did it. And I mean, it's money. So you write you a little letter, get you $1,000 to go towards college. So I use this website a lot. I go and check and look at the different scholarships, the ones that they match me with, the ones that would be good for what I want to study, what I want to do. And it just proved to be really helpful. I've applied to a lot of scholarships through there, and you can use that site, and that site will help you out into stacking up, saving more money for college. So the next site I'm going to tell you about is RaiseMe. So RaiseMe runs a little bit different. It's not necessarily scholarships you apply to and money that'll be in your pocket, but RaiseMe, it's a company and it's paired with a lot of colleges all over the country. And basically, these colleges let RaiseMe know how much money they award for certain things, like how much money they award for certain grades you make or certain extracurricular activities you participate in. And it's just a good way to see how much merit-based scholarships you can get by attending a university that they're paired with. So it's also good to look and see which college is giving you the most money, and then you can apply there. So basically, these colleges, this is not money that they're going to give you. You do still have to apply and get accepted first. But after that happens, after that whole college application process goes down, this is the money they would award you based on the things that you do. So basically, you set up an account, and then you have to have access to your transcript, because you do have to put in every single grade you've made for each semester and your final average for each class that you've ever taken since your freshman year. So basically, you take your freshman grades, and then the classes you take, the difficulty of each class, on-level AP, on-ramps, dual credit, that kind of thing. And then you put the grade you got for both semesters and then your final grade. And then you just do that. You just repeat that process with your sophomore grades, your junior grades, your senior grades, whatever you've already done, you just update it up until present. And so after you do all of that, colleges will be awarding you money based on the grades that you make. And then you can also look and add your extracurricular activities that you participate in. You can add volunteer work, community service, things like that. And they also award money for those type of things. So basically, it's just really good to see how much money you can earn based on the things that you do. So these colleges, they're not going to just give you this money. You do still have to apply and get accepted and meet all of their requirements in order to go to the school. But once you do, this is the money that you are guaranteed on admissions. The minimum amount of money that you're guaranteed. It could always be more, but this is a minimum amount of money you'd be guaranteed if you were to attend one of these schools. So it's just a really good source to use just to look and see which college, if you need financial aid and that's really a big deal in order for you to go to college, I would suggest doing this, so then you can see what schools you should apply to, which schools are going to offer you the most money, and that's where you can further your education. So I find it really helpful. I look all the time, searching and seeing if the colleges I want to go to are on the list, how much money certain colleges are going to offer me, and then I'll add them to my list, because it is really, really crucial. College is expensive, and so more than likely you go where the money's at. So if they're going to offer you this money, it's really a good way to see exactly what colleges are going to offer you, how much money, and then it helps you kind of guide your decision and rank your colleges, your list. So I found that to be really, really helpful. Okay, so this is not necessarily a website, but this is also a scholarship tip. Make sure you go to each individual college you're planning on applying to, and you look under their scholarship tab, their admissions tab, and they should have scholarships they offer directly to the university, scholarships you can apply to while you are applying to the college itself. So these scholarships are the most hefty ones. They probably offer full rides, things you can apply for based on your merit and your resume. Usually there's an essay required. You have to fill out a resume, and they'll read it and screen it. It's kind of like a job or intern application, but for school and for you not to pay for it. But yeah, so I would suggest going to each individual school, looking into each scholarships most of the time, going to each individual school and looking into the scholarships they offer, because most of the time it's more than one, it's multiple, and they kind of cater to your field of study, what you plan on majoring in college, and that also helps as well. So I suggest get your college specifically, look at those scholarships, and get to applying. So here's my tips on how to apply to scholarships, how to make your essay stand out from the thousands and thousands of other essays that these people are going to be having to read over the exact same prompt. Okay, so my first tip is to be original. Nobody else in this world is like you. So make sure whatever you write, it comes from your heart. Bring it directly from yourself, pull it out of you. I don't really know how, a better way to explain it, but when you write these words, make sure you really mean it, because people can read through phony, read through BS, basically. So don't just make it something really surface, really cute, something that looks good on paper. Make it you. If you're hurt, if you're broken, and if that's what you need to talk about in this scholarship, bring it out. The best advice I've gotten is if these are personal scholarships, talking about your personal experience, things you've had to overcome, certain topics like that, make it something that you'd be embarrassed for somebody else to read. Not necessarily telling an embarrassing story about yourself, but make it so deep, so personal to you that you really wouldn't want anyone else to read it. Make it like a diary entry. Make it more formal than a diary entry, obviously. But just make it so real, so raw, so you, that they can't help but to tell it apart from all the other ones. But the only difference between your paper and the next person's paper is who you are. So yes, their papers are on the same prompt. Yes, y'all might have the same story, the same like thing y'all went through, but the only real difference that are going to be able to set you apart from everybody else is to truly be yourself, to bring whatever you have in you to the table and get the money. Like, you just think about it like that. All of this is for your education. You're applying to the scholarship so you can go to college. You're applying to the scholarship so you can win the money. Do what you got to do. If you don't want to share the story and it's a little embarrassing, think about the $1,000 you're going to get from making the essay. I mean, money shouldn't motivate everything, but that's the whole point. Like, just... So my second tip would be to go over it a couple times. Write it. I don't ever usually write my papers alone. I have my mom help me. Like, I'll write my paper and then I'll have her read over it, like see how she feels about it, like just straight reading it, like raw, no really explanation from me, because that's how the readers are going to be reading it. And so I have my mom read it and then go over it with me, the things she thinks I need to tweak, I need to change. And then the scholarship lady, the one I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I also send it to her. She revises it for me. And then I come back to myself and I read it again and make sure it's exactly the vision I had for it, because it is your story to tell. Tweak anything that you think needs to be tweaked and then send it off. So I would say revise it a good 2-3 times before even sending it off, before even feeling like it's a final draft. So, it is really, really important to make sure that it is perfect before you send it, because there is money on the line. My third tip would be to be creative. Think outside of the box with the way you choose to go about the topic. If the first thing that comes to your head, the first direction you go to, do not choose that one, because that's more than likely what everybody else also chose to do. The story is about, if the essay prompt is something super straightforward, think of something different, a different approach you can bring to the table to make yourself stand out. It really is all about making your essay the one that they choose compared to all of the other ones. Fourth and final tip is more like a strategy type thing. The word count they give you is important. So they're giving you a word count and they're saying no more than this amount of words, no more than 250 words, 300 words, 600 words, however many words that they're giving you. Use all of your words. Go up until, I would say, don't stop a paper until you're at least within 20 to 25 words of the requirement. If you're 100 words under the word count, you have not written enough. You have not gotten deep enough. You need to make sure that you put everything you have into this paper. I've said that like 3 times, but I cannot stress it enough. It is so important. So the word count is really important too. You need to write as much room as they give you. They give you a 3-page paper, write all 3 pages. They give, like, don't stop before 2.5, basically. Just write as much as you possibly can. Pull everything out that you possibly can. Because if you're writing under the word count, there's somebody who's writing over you. Someone whose story is being bigger, being broader, catching the reader's attention more. So you just need to make sure that the word count is so important. Make sure you go at least right up to the word count or no more than 25 words below, because that is really crucial in making sure you can get these scholarships. And my fifth and final tip is to have fun with every essay you write. Yes, there might be serious topics, and yes, you might need to approach each of them differently depending on what they're asking of you, but make sure it's fun. Make sure you're just not writing just to write. Don't just think about the money, even though the money is important, that's why we're doing it. But make sure you think about yourself. You think about what you can bring to this table, what you can give these people, a piece of yourself, so they can set you apart from everyone else. Have fun, make it different, make it you, make it unique, make it goofy. Like, make sure you write with some type of like studiousness. Make sure you're still using your vocabulary words and it's not really anything that's super surface level, but also look beyond that and have fun while you're writing it. Have something that you're excited to read, something that when you write it, you're extremely proud of and you want to read it to everybody. Something that you would be excited and proud to read to other people. So just make sure it's not something just boring, because nobody wants to read a boring paper. So make it fun, make it unique, make it you. Okay guys, I hope this video was super helpful for everybody who's searching for scholarships. I hope you can use the 2 websites that I suggested and that it puts you at ease and helps you with your college search. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Leave any more video suggestions down below in the comments, or you can hit me up on Instagram or Snapchat. My information will be right here. It'll also be in the description box. And make sure you watch my last video about how to start your college search and your college application process. That one's really helpful. I'll put a card up here. And love y'all. Be blessed.